Welcome to Wolfville, a small town built on its relationship between the people and the land.
Here, agriculture isn't just an industry, it's our way of life. But today, that relationship is under strain as climate change becomes a daily reality for farming communities like Wolfville.
We all remember this past summer, raging fires, weeks of relentless heat, and wells running dry.
In 2025, it was the hottest year recorded globally, pushing farming systems to their limits.
Scientists estimate we can exhaust our remaining 1.5-degree global carbon budget in just over 3 years.
For towns like Wolfville, time is running out.
Meet Henniger Farms. For generations, their land has been carefully managed and relied on.
And in just a single growing season, the Henniger farm lost $40,000 worth of crops, not due to poor farming techniques, but simply because their soil couldn't withstand the extremes it was facing.
And they aren't alone.
In just 10 years, Nova Scotia has lost over 1,000 farms, forcing families to find other ways to survive amidst rising costs and extreme weather conditions.
When farms disappear, communities lose more than just food. They lose their livelihoods, generational knowledge, and their connection to the land.
Wolfville needs a solution that is local, affordable, and impactful.
Our solution is carbon roots, and our tool is biochar.
Think of biochar like a carbon bank vault. Instead of carbon returning to the atmosphere as CO2, biochar locks it away for hundreds to thousands of years.
Biochar is created through pyrolysis, a high-temperature, low-oxygen process that can convert plant material into a stable form of carbon.
Our kiln controls this process, taking organic waste and turning it into a charcoal-like material which benefits our soils instead of harming our climate.
In soil, biochar can increase water retention, improve nutrient availability, and can boost crop yields up to 15% in previously degraded soils.
I have a quick question. Have you ever had coffee in the morning and wondered what happened to leftover grounds?
That dark, damp pile most people throw away is called spent coffee grounds, and it's actually a hidden resource.
Every year, 15 to 18 million tons of spent coffee grounds are discarded globally.
As they decompose in landfills, they release emissions equivalent to 28 million tons of carbon dioxide.
And that's where our partnership with Refine comes in. They have developed a system to efficiently collect and transport wet coffee grounds from local cafes.
Once delivered, carbon roots then can convert the spent coffee grounds into biochar. Even better, the spent coffee grounds produce more nutrient-rich biochar than many traditional feedstocks.
This serves as the foundation for our circular model, turning waste into a material which communities can use again.
What began as a concept is now real. Acadia engineering students have already designed and built a working biochar kiln, currently located at Henniger Farms.
Once certified, our kiln will be capable of producing half a ton of biochar every year at a cost of just $2.50 per kilogram, sequestering 1.5 tons of carbon dioxide every year.
That's equivalent to taking 120 cars off the road for an entire day, just from a single student-run system.
And Carbon Roots is already a registered business, and our vision is already gaining support.
We've secured over $10,000, including winning $2,500 from Capital Power Accelerator, $1,000 through Launchbox, and $7,500 through MyTech's research partnerships to move our prototype towards deployment.
And we plan to launch at the Wolfville Farmers Market in fall 2026, supported by online sales through our website and hands-on soil health workshops.
At the market alone, we estimate up to 1,400 potential customers each season.
And through our partnership with the Acadia Engineering Department, our kiln is already integrated into a course, allowing for engineering students to test and improve upon it every year.
Enactus volunteers support day-to-day operations and community workshops, turning Carbon Roots into a living lab for hands-on climate engineering.
And to ensure our process is impactful and measurable, we are tracking through 4 main metrics: biochar produced, carbon sequestered, soil health, and households reached.
No single project can solve climate change, but when students, businesses, and communities each do their part, meaningful change can happen.
Now, help us turn spent coffee grounds into a tool to fight climate change and build thriving communities. We are Enactus Acadia.
you tell us a little bit more about the technology? We have the kiln, we have the spent coffee grounds. You know, how is that going to scale over time? How do you create more kilns? Do you make your kiln larger? How does that work?
Absolutely. So through our partnership with MyTax, we're planning over the next summer to be able to prove and test our kiln's process, improve the efficiency of the kiln, as well as be able to develop a system to efficiently disperse it amongst the Wolfville community. And then from there, after we were able to verify by collecting things like the carbon content of our biochar and securing the exact price point for it, we'll be able to efficiently be able to scale the kiln by being able to produce more kilns.
I think you mentioned it costs about $2.50 to produce a kilogram of this.
Yes.
Is that right? So do you have an estimate of the average cost per growing season per farmer? And obviously it would vary greatly.
Yeah, again, it varies greatly from large scale farms to small scale to backyard farmers, and that's why we're trying to target local backyard farmers and small scale farms. So these are everyday people who have gardens in their backyard, and they're just hoping to be able to make this something, their gardens, more sustainable and while still having an impact on the climate. Yes.
Is there any plans to, like your film, was the original design?
Yeah, so
Is there any plans to patent it and put that on the market or try to sell it?
Exactly. So the first step is we're getting into our phase one, basically, to be able to certify the kiln. So I was actually one of the engineering students who actually ended up working on this kiln as my design team course. Me and 4 other engineers, we kind of just scrapped it together, be able to make an efficient kiln that was able to produce the pyrolysis conditions necessary for biochar. Yeah. Yeah.
You mentioned partnering with cafes, but how are you reaching the households?
Yeah, so this is why we're trying to partner with the Wolfville Farmers Market. So this is a centralized area where we have thousands of Wolfville participants in our 5,000, like we have 5,000 population in Wolfville, and often most of those individuals go to the Wolfville Farmers Market and continually go to Wolfville Farmers Market every year. So that's going to be the main avenue that we attempt to be able to get our word out to the Wolfville community and our local community, while also attempting to scale abroad using our online website and using social media to be able to reach out beyond Wolfville.
So do you consider this to be a direct-to-consumer product at some point for the target backyard sort of farmer model, or are you trying to scale it to a larger, like, I want to give you a ton of this biochar?
Yeah, so right now we have kind of 2 portions of our project. We have this social entrepreneurship education aspect where we're partnering with the Acadia Engineering Garden, giving students the opportunity to get hands-on experience with revolutionizing technology. And then we have this for-profit element of Carbon Roots where we are going directly to the consumer, everyday individuals who just want to be able to make an impact while also going large scale since we have a large community.
Sure.
Okay, I'm interested in the unit.
Yes.
What's in it for me?
Could you clarify? So what's
What's in it for me?
for being able to buy,
Yeah.
like buy the biochar? So yeah, so our biochar is currently priced, or we attempt to price it at a retail $10, which is $2 less than most typical biochar feedstocks, since we're able to reduce our costs from sourcing a waste product rather than something most traditional biochar companies use wood as their feedstock, which often has even adverse side effects of harming the climate or are more expensive to be able to source. So if you're able to get a cheaper product for your soil and get all the benefits of a soil amendment product, as we were mentioning, with the greatest of changes in the weather and climate, are leading to cracked soils and just a harder time retaining the soils, as I'm sure we're all familiar with the drought that we experienced this past year. So biochar really helps with the water retention of that, so that you don't have to constantly keep on watering the fields. This helps just hold the water for a longer period of time. So overall, you just kind of get the benefit of a cheaper product, while also being able to sustainably maintain your garden.
And that's just